See? Oh, we need to turn that off. Shut up. Turn that off.
The rookie rods is the entry-level formula for many people in racing, even people who had a little experience elsewhere, and that applies to one of the men who's been in it for a very long time indeed. He's got a very familiar name, Lee Evans. Not that Lee Evans, this is our Lee Evans. Lee, you've been around the rookie rod formula pretty much since it started, haven't you?
Yeah, I've been around probably since 2004. I started up at Wimbledon 2004, and it kind of started from there really, and I've been in ever since. Never really had the funds to get out yet. Looking at ways possibly, but at the moment I'm happy. 2 cars at the moment, but yeah, happy with everything at the moment. But we want to get out if we can, but it's trying to find the funds.
Yeah, you did a bit of karting, and in fact travelled quite widely doing that. And I believe that you had issues getting into oval racing with a little parental reluctance. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, my dad took me when I was go-karting about when I was 4 or 5, and slowly built up from there. Ended up racing all over Europe, away up through the UK in enduro teams and things like that. Been coming here since I was about 5 years old as well. He always promised me a mini stock. Never actually got round to it. Always sort of fobbed me off with stories. I made him ring one person in particular. He told me it had been sold. He admitted to me when I was 18 that actually he never rung the number in the first place. So he just didn't want me doing it. I think he was scared, to be fair, which is a parent's thing, I suppose. But
yeah.
Just put me off, just meant I didn't get into the race game as quick as I wanted in the oval. But there you go, I'm here now.
Yeah, certainly, and you've done pretty well, and you maintain your position mostly in the red grade, which, for those who don't know, the grading system, those with their red roofs on, are the fellows who've scored most of the points. And so Lee has to start a lot of races from the back, and that can be hard, can't it?
Yeah, too far back here really, but yeah, it's very difficult. What people sometimes I don't think appreciate is that when you do start at the lower grades, you only have a small number of cars to pass, and if you're with a fair amount of experience, you can tend to pull away from the rest. It's when you get back and you stare half a lap down and you've got 20 odd cars in front of you, it does get a little bit daunting, and it is very difficult. But it's the determination to get there first, and to do it within 20 laps is a real achievement.
Yeah, when we call it an entry-level formula, and racing always seems to have this nasty tendency to progress. I mean, the stock rods were once exactly where the rookie rods are, but so far it looks as though there's still a reasonable amount of bang for your buck.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if you want to come out racing, then yeah, the rookie rods is the entry-level formula for you. I think over the last few years it has spiralled a little bit out of control to a point. It's still, again, it's still very affordable, but it's now starting to get to the stage where we've got to that level now where else can you go with it? And people are now starting to find even more things to do. And again, it's like most things, you've got to keep up the Joneses or you get left behind. And
it's amazing how racers can always find some way of finding a little bit extra, even from what should be a pretty standard car. But you've got designs on something different, and you've done your share of open wheel racing in the karts, but you'd quite like to go a little bit further than that. But at the moment, you can't quite get in there. What's that all about?
Well, it's basically, one of my friends races V8s. I think they're great. I love the sound, the power, I love everything. I've had a go in it a number of times. Absolutely love it to bits. But for me, they don't race enough. If they raced more often, I could be tempted to maybe put a little bit more effort in. Or alternatively, if there was a way that I could run the rookie rod and a V8 and do as a guest appearance maybe, and not take money or points or anything like that, even I'd be open to that idea. If it meant getting numbers out, I'd quite happily look at buying one and get out there with my mate and again, try and boost the numbers up. And I think, to be fair, a lot of people would have the same idea behind it. It's just not enough meetings. It's a fair bit of money to throw at it for not a lot back, for not big car numbers, but with the right backing in the right direction, I think that formula could really go somewhere and bring back the good old days. But
yeah, it's a class that certainly do with some new talent out there, and Michael Moore you're referring to is your good buddy out in that, and he keeps tempting you, doesn't he?
He does keep tempting me. Yeah, don't raise your voice too loud that I'm mates with him, will you? Otherwise I'll have the mob on my back. But yeah, no, he's a top man, really nice guy. I met him through the rookie rods, and that's kind of what it's all about: meeting people and having a bit of fun all together, and then progressing. He's gone on to super stocks and V8s now, and he's really enjoying it. And if I can get out there and give him a little nudge here and there just to wake him up once or twice, I think that'll help him out in a way.
I think you'd enjoy that.
Oh, love it.
Lee Evans, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Brilliant, thank you.
All good?
Great. That's it.
That's it.
Sound test.
Many short oval racers end up racing on the long circuits as part of a career progression as they see it, but one man who went kind of the other way with that was Damon Wellmen, who races 2-litre hot rods these days. He's had a wealth of experience on the long tracks in all sorts of cars, saloons, single-seaters, still involved doing track days. Tell us a little bit about your CV.
Well, started with Speedyworth, as you know, Paul. Mini stocks, then stock rods, and then we decided to go to the long circuits. Formula Ford, Formula 2000, what was then Formula Renault, Renault Sport, saloon cars, some touring cars, Formula 3, and then eventually back to Speedyworth.
Yeah, you came back with the unique camouflage coloured 1300 stock car, as I recall. That was your returning machine, wasn't that?
Wow, your memory's better than mine, Paul. Yes, you're right. We did. We had a camouflage coloured stock car. Yeah, that was good fun. It was nice to come back from serious racing, having done it as a career for 10 years, to actually come back to something that you are just doing for fun. And that's what, unfortunately, many people forget, is the fact that we are doing this for fun. Yeah,
and of course, I suppose at the serious end of circuit racing, there's not a heck of a lot of fun about it. It's all business. But how close did you get to a Formula 1 seat? I mean, you've been in them for test purposes, I believe.
I have been in there for test purposes. I think it was late 90s, 97, 98. I finished second in the British F3 for B class. So we were racing all across Europe, Spa, Belgium, Zandvoort in Holland, various circuits, as well as obviously all the British circuits. But you get to the stage with long circuit racing, especially in single seaters, where what you win is the ability to spend more money the following year.
Right, and the budgets just climb and climb and climb. But you're still a little bit involved in that side of things. But it's good to see you back in oval racing, where it seems to me where your heart really is. And you just managed a bit of a unique thing in being an English hot rod driver. You went to Ireland the other week and won a race.
Yes, we went to Ireland and managed to take one of the trophies away from the Irish. Unfortunately, it wasn't the important one, but we had a heat win out there, had a really good weekend. It's just a shame that the main race didn't go as well as we'd liked it to have done, but yeah, to come home, from Ireland and take one of their trophies and bring it back here is nice to do.
Yeah, because the heat win for your championship put you somewhere towards the front of the grid in the main event, I take it, and that made you a little bit of a target.
Yes, unfortunately, finishing as you say, finishing first, and then I think we had an 8th in the second heat off the back, which was great. But it did put us on a grid draw for 2nd, 3rd and 4th. Unfortunately, call it English luck, but we drew 4th out of the hat, and that's how it is. But it put us on the outside. If we'd have been on the inside, it would have been a whole different ball game. But unfortunately, you got 35 cars are all going into that corner, and the only ones that are going to break are the first 2 or 3 cars. And unfortunately, I was in that first 2 or 3 cars, and the other 32 cars behind us didn't seem to bother to break.
That's an unfortunate turn of events, but not entirely unexpected when the competition is as intense as that. It's the World Championship coming up soon. Are you down for that?
Unfortunately not, no. Although, we are prepared to travel, unfortunately South Africa is just a little bit out of our budget and a little bit far to go. And unfortunately, as I say, it tends to be forgotten that this is a hobby and we do it for a bit of fun. We can't race at every single meeting, we'd like to, but the travel costs, etc., we just can't afford to do it. So I've kind of done the whole travelling thing, living out of a suitcase and going all over Europe to go racing and spending a lot of time in America and stuff. So we're with Speedyworth to have fun. Obviously, Eastbourne is a great track for us because it's 20 minutes down the road. But we still go to Yarmouth, we go to Ipswich, and we travel to Ireland. South Africa, a little bit too far for us.
Great stuff. Well, you've had practice tonight, and you got a little bit of a misfire with the car first thing. But is that going to go away, do you think?
Possibly. Dad seems to think it's because I washed it. So it could be a little bit damp, but we'll see. It's classic racing car stuff. We did 4 races in Ireland. The car didn't miss a beat. It was absolutely perfect. It's sat in the workshop. We've cleaned it, brought it here. It's got a misfire. That's racing cars.
I'm sure it's going to come out well tonight, Damon. Great. Nice to talk to you, and good luck on your home track this evening.
Thank you very much, Paul.
Cheers.